Welcome back. As we all know, the Great Minnesota Get Together begins tomorrow, and we're so excited to be able to have a taste of Mankato at the State Fair, thanks to Mankato Brewery, you guys have brought a few of the beers that people are going to see up there.
Yeah, you know, it's always great for the Great Minnesota Get Together. And it's always fun to have some representation from the local town, right? And for some reason, we've got some pretty good representation. So I'd like us to start with the rhubarb shandy, which will be at Giggles.
Oh, Giggles, that sounds right up our alley.
Yeah, so, you know, having worked with Giggles, it's been a lot of fun kind of curating some of these peculiar beers. And this one in particular was a lot of fun because it uses an ingredient that we're really fond of, which is rhubarb.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, it reminds you of grandma a little bit. And for us, one of our better sellers is our rhubarb sour. So it was fun to be able to take something and kind of scale back the acidity. And you know, it's not like biting into a stalk of rhubarb. It's more just like drinking a nice light beer.
Well, and you have these garnishes, which I don't see on beer very often. So is that just a fun little touch?
Giggles does that at his booth, where when you go there to get that beer, they'll garnish it for you.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it a little something special.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right, what's up next?
The next one is our orange shandy, which is a returning beer from last year. That's the only beer that is going to be a duplicate that we have. And that one performed really well last year, and we felt like we wanted to at least have 2 of the shandy lines, but we weren't really in a position to try to create a bunch of new shandies right away, and we knew that we have some dedicated fans, so we wanted to be able to bring something new, but also keep our existing fan base happy.
How's that one?
Keeps me happy. I like that one. That's good. So what is that process like? The State Fair just reaches out to you and wants a certain amount, or?
It's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I don't want to bore your viewers with the logistics.
Right.
But the short and narrow is we've got some bars that we identify as potential partners, and they hopefully like us back.
Yes.
And then from there, we have a conversation with a distribution network, and then between that, the bar, and then also the State Fair, they come to terms with it. So it's a lot like any other, you know, niche beer that we would brew for any other bar. It's just a lot more hoops to jump through because Minnesota Get Together, there's a little bit more paperwork involved.
Yeah. And you guys have so many unique beers that I'm sure it's hard to pick which ones would be great to highlight.
Somebody has to do it, right?
You're right,
we have to kind of go through it. But as Chris said, we do partner with them. So we throw ideas at them, they send some ideas back, and we just kind of work back and forth. So then that was Giggles. Now this is at the hangar, so we have 2 different beers at the hangar. So feel free if you want to talk
What's
about
this one?
You know, we've done Caked Up. This is probably the 4th year now.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yep.
And so we change it up each year with a different additive. So this year it's the strawberry shortcake Caked Up. So it's going to give you
I feel
that
like that one's your favorite.
Yeah.
It's the Caked Up is always like almost a cult following.
It's like dessert.
I know. It's awesome.
That is delicious.
It's hard to brew hungry on the days that we're making it because the entire brewery smells like cake and confectionery. So
and vanilla.
Yeah, that's delicious.
it's kind of like if you don't eat a good breakfast that day, it's kind of rough for the brew team.
All right, we've got one more to highlight.
Yep, and the last one is our pineapple sour beer garita. Basically, our partnership with Nate, he doesn't have a hard liquor license, so he kind of challenged us with the idea of like, can we make some sort of cocktail or mixed drink to help kind of fill that hole in his portfolio. And it was a lot of fun to be able to come up with that one because we used, other than the salt around the rim, we used sea salt and pineapple juice.
Delicious.
And it's a nice blend between our sour base and one of our classic beers, Cato. So it was really fun to bring kind of those 4 components, 4 components together and have a good presentable product for Nate at the hangar.
Yeah, they were all fantastic, but I'm going to say that was my favorite, I think. How about for you?
I'm going to go with the cakes.
They were all great, though. All right. And one more time, Giggles and the hangar.
The hangar.
You can find these guys up at the State Fair.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Great, thank you.
More on Get a Living when we come back.